Alright, take two. I'm gonna make a video of all of the fails of beginning of videos so you guys can laugh at me. But I woke up in a pretty decent mood. I didn't have to drink coffee for once today. So I'm kind of impressed. So I've been dealing with something that I can only imagine all female to male transgender people hate dealing with, and that's with menstrual cycle cramps. I don't have the flow, but that's because the hormones have completely stopped the flow, but it doesn't stop me from having the cramps. Okay, no, you were doing so good. She thinks it's funny. It is dysphoric, but you know, I'd rather have the cramps than have that other portion of it. But you know, it's definitely uncomfortable, but there are things you can do to remedy it. You can put a rice bag and you heat it up for like 2 minutes, and then you can use that as a heating pad, and you just put it like in that area and you just leave it there for a little bit. The heat actually helps with the cramps. And then you can also take Midol, which I didn't know actually that a lot of men take Midol for different pain reasons. So I guess men can take it too. But yeah, so you can take Midol. You can take. I know you can take. You can take Tylenol. But you know, there's different things you can do to remedy it. My favorite thing to do to kind of just like warm my body is basically like drink coffee or drink like hot chocolate. You know, hot chocolate is a good way to get your body all nice and warm. But there are other things you can do to remedy it. I know they have specifically they're like the heaters that you use for when you're snowboarding or skiing for your hands. They have that, but it has tape on the sides that you peel off, and it sticks to your hips, and then it places the heating area right where it needs to be. You can use one of those too. It's actually very convenient. They are a little bit pricey, but if you can afford it, I highly suggest it, because I have used those in the past and they are amazing. But another thing I've noticed too, like when I'm having my cramps, I kind of roll on my side, and it actually kind of helps it a little bit. I don't know how, I don't know why, I just know it really helps. And I know not a lot of trans people, especially female to male, talk about this, but I'm kind of an open book when it comes to these things, and I try to help any way I can, because I know it's dysphoric, I know it sucks, I know that sometimes I feel like crying because it's just another reminder, like, I'm still biologically female, and you don't want that reminder. You know, it's bad enough when you see like your dead name, or you know, you see biologically female on certain things or whatever. So I know it sucks, but it will get better. I have a friend that's going to help me pay for my name change, and I have, you know, people who are willing to help me get through this process. You know, as you guys know, I'm not doing the bottom surgery. It's just way too risky. Plus, I would have to have a surgery done so that I can't have kids of my own. I can't remember what it's called. That's why I explained it in such a way. But I would have to have that done. Hysterectomy. There we go. Found it. I would have to have that done, and then have the surgery, and then have another surgery to finish to have the finished product. And you know, my surgeon, or not my surgeon, my endocrine said that, you know, since I already had to deal with a hematoma after my first top surgery, I'm more likely to have a hematoma down there after my bottom surgery, whether it's the first one or the second one, and I wasn't willing to risk that. And so, you know, a lot of the people I know that had bottom surgery also had to deal with hematomas, or they had to deal with potentially having to manage like incontinence issues from that area, and it was just a whole bunch of issues. It didn't heal right, it didn't look right, it didn't feel right, you know, with all these things. And so I just want to make sure that it's either perfected, or if I can have somebody potentially sponsor me to get a prosthetic, because they do look real, and it's super cool because they stick on with skin safe adhesive, and it stays on there for as long as you want. Basically, I've heard of people who actually just sleep with it on because it's so euphoric that, you know, you wake up and it's still there. But, you know, there's a lot of factors into it. Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with today, is like a little bit of dysphoria and a little bit of, a lot of cramping. It is uncomfortable, but I'm trying not to snap on people because it's making me moody, because I'm also having body pain, and it's not fair to anybody else that I'm snapping on them. They don't know what's going on, and I'm just trying to stay to myself today, because, you know, especially since I'm working myself towards having a business, I also need to make sure I make myself look good too. So, you know, because I see a lot of people where I work, and, you know, for some reason or another, if those people end up buying my product, I don't want to look bad when I see them and I'm yelling at them for some reason. So my biggest thing is I want to make sure that I look good as a businessman. But yeah, so I didn't get to those shirts last night. We got home we got home about 5:36, but I was exhausted. Like, I was not going to be doing anything last night. I basically laid on the bed and I kid out for a little bit, and then I played games with a friend, and then I kind of just like slowly started passing out, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I was done with the day. I was probably out by like 12:30. But I will get to those shirts either tonight or tomorrow. That I do know. But yeah, so there's a lot going on. But I'm just trying to make sure I stay positive. I gotta keep my head up. I gotta take my own advice. I gotta keep my head up, and I gotta keep smiling. And I gotta remember that I'm beautiful, because I gotta take my own advice. I tell you guys that at the end of every single video, and then I sometimes forget to take my own advice. So there is that. We are at work right now, and we're just gonna try to have a good day. We're gonna have fun. Everything's gonna be okay, and we're gonna enjoy as much of this as we can while we still work together, because it's not going to be much longer that, you know, I'm doing my thing and he's doing his thing. So we need to make sure that we enjoy the last little bit of this job together. And Fillmore is asleep. She is passed out. So I hope you guys have a good day. I hope that something good happens to you today. If you're going through I'm here for you. You guys are loved. You guys are worth everything in the world. And keep smiling. Keep your head up. And as always, you guys are beautiful. I will be putting our GoFundMe link in the description below, explaining our situation a little bit. I will also be putting the link for the prosthetic if you guys are interested in just looking at it, or learning about it, or if there's some trans people out there who want to know about the prosthetic. It'll be right there for you guys. So have a good day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Film more. Nope, she didn't wait.